MINISODE. Miles and Andrew and Miles, talking about sports. Yeah!
Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another mini-sode of Talking Sports with Miles and Andrew. I'm Andrew on one side of the table. You can't see us. And this is Miles on the other side of the table.
Hi, guys.
All right, so today we're going to keep it short and sweet here. Shout out to Sabrina Carpenter. We're going to be going over our updated 2025-2026 NFL predictions. So we got some new changes to our division records, and we got some updates to our award winners as well. But with that all being said, Miles, why don't you kick us off with the AFC East?
All right, in the AFC East, my top four teams. I have one that may be a little bit controversial. Number one team, Buffalo Bills. Number two, New York Jets. Number three, New England Patriots. And number four, Miami Dolphins.
Wow, really? You have the Dolphins not a 4?
Yeah.
I mean, is that really any different from your original predictions, or?
I actually don't remember.
Okay.
Because I feel like we did the original predictions around the draft time.
I think we actually did.
But I do have the Bills going into the playoffs and being the 3 seed. I also have the New York Jets going into the playoffs and being the 7th seed.
Woo! Jets being number 7 seed. Wow, that's surprising. 1 year after having Justin Fields and Aaron Glenn. That's wow.
It's going to be a big season for them.
All right. Moving on to my predictions for the AFC East. Bills leading the division with the number 3 seed. I have the Jets as well at number 2, but I do not have them making the playoffs. I think they'll need a little bit more time to really function and gel before they can actually be considered as playoff contenders. Maybe not. That's not the right wording. It'll take them a little bit to actually get a playoff spot. Third, I have the Dolphins, and then fourth, I have the Patriots. A little bit different compared to Miles. I don't think mine really changed at all. But let's move on to the AFC North. Miles, what do you got?
All right. So for my 4 teams, the Baltimore Ravens are number 1 in the AFC North. Number 2 in the AFC North is Cincinnati Bengals. Number 3, Pittsburgh Steelers. And number 4, Cleveland Browns. I have the Ravens making it into the playoffs as the number 1 seed. Also, they have the best record in the league. The Cincinnati Bengals being the 6th seed, making it into the playoffs. And at that number 4 in the AFC North, the Cleveland Browns being the worst team in the league.
All right. I think mine are pretty much exactly copy and paste. Did you steal mine?
Hey, no, I mean, I don't think so.
I'm just kidding. Yeah, but mine are pretty much the same as Miles. Ravens number 1 seed, Bengals or number 1 seed in the entire AFC, leading the division. Bengals second in the division with the 6th seed. Steelers in the 3rd position, and then Browns in the 4. And then I have the I don't have the Ravens with the number best record. I have the Browns with the worst record. Almost copy paste, kind of similar. All right, but let's move on to the AFC South. Miles, what do you got?
All right, so number 1 in the division is the Houston Texans. I have them making the playoffs as the 4th seed. Second in the division is the Jacksonville Jaguars. I do not have them making the playoffs.
Okay.
Number 3 is the Tennessee Titans.
Ooh.
And number 4 is the Indianapolis Colts. I actually have the Colts being the 2nd worst team in the league.
Okay. I did not go that deep with the second worst team in the NFL. I did not go quite that deep yet. But AFC South, pretty similar. Texans leading the division, number 4 seed in the AFC. Jags second in the division, not making the playoffs. I do have the Colts being 3rd in the division over the Titans.
Interesting.
Kind of similar to what I think about the Jets. I think the Titans will need at least 1 year to fully gel and work together before we can really say, and I can actually move them up in the standings. But that's my AFC South. Finally, in the AFC West.
Yes, AFC West. Number 1 in the division, the Kansas City Chiefs.
Okay.
You can't move them anywhere other than 1 because they've been so dominant for so long.
Congratulations, Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift on the engagement, real quick.
Congrats. That's huge news. That is the biggest marriage this world has ever seen. This is monumental for the world and what the world can do.
You think we should have talked about that in our main episode that we released earlier in the week?
Definitely. We blew it. But yes, the Chiefs are number 1 in the AFC West, and I have them being 2 seed. That was hard to do because they've proved everyone wrong before. Last year they only had 2 losses, 14
15-2.
15-2.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
There we go. I was getting there. And now they're not going to have Rashee Rice for 6 games, so that's going to be big. And Hollywood Brown's coming off an injury. Kelsey's going into a late stage in his career. I'm not sure about this team. It's a little bit iffy, but I still think they will be the number 2 seed.
All right.
Number 2 in the AFC West is the Denver Broncos. This one was hard to put them over the Chargers, but I do think Sean Payton, Bo Nix, and Pat Surtain will get it done for that Broncos team. Number 5 seed in the playoffs.
All right.
The Los Angeles Chargers, I have them just missing the playoffs to the Jets. Jets beat them in by 1 game. All right, and then the Las Vegas Raiders being number 4. That was hard for me because I really love everything the Raiders have done with getting Ashton Genty, getting Pete Carroll, getting Geno Smith, and Brock Bowers coming into his 2nd year. Jacoby Myers could be on the move. They could bring in even more assets to what this team can be. And I'm really excited for
The
Raiders in future years, but just not this year.
All right. Again, mine are pretty exactly copy paste. Did you steal mine, Miles? I want to know.
I did not.
All right. I do have the Chiefs leading the division with the number 2 seed in the AFC. Broncos second in the division with the 5 seed. I do have the Chargers in 3rd in the division with the 7 seed. I have them being the last team in over a team like the Steelers or the Jets or the Jags. And then I have the Raiders 4th in division. This is a very competitive AFC West division, though. It's going to be very competitive to see. Yeah. All right. AFC done. Let's move on to the NFC, starting off with the NFC East. I'm actually going to start us off here. We're going to kind of flip everything here.
All right.
My NFC East, I have the Philadelphia Eagles leading the division with the number 2 seed in the NFC. And then I have the Washington Commanders in the 2nd spot with the number 6 seed. And then 3rd in the division, I have the Dallas Cowboys missing the playoffs. And then the 4th spot in the NFC East, I have the New York Giants missing the playoffs as well.
Well, I was a little bit mad where your standings were because that's exactly what I had. In the NFC East, I had the Philadelphia Eagles with number 1 in the division, but they do get the 2 seed. I just don't see them repeating the same magic they had last year. Number 2 in the division, Washington Commanders with the 6 seed, but I have the New York Giants beating out the Dallas Cowboys to be the 3 in the division, the Cowboys being 4th. I just see the Cowboys going downhill without Micah, with Brian Schottenheimer. I do not expect him to be good. Jerry Jones has a terrible year, one of the worst years he's going to have as a owner.
And
Dak's career with the Cowboys is a real question now. It's not one of the, maybe because he didn't play like this. No, I think this will be the worst year of Dak's career, and this would be a very big moment for the Cowboys.
All right. Moving on to the NFC North. Our division, our very very competitive, very scary division. I'm shaking my boots. First in division, Detroit Lions with the number 1 seed. Sorry, Miles. Second in division, the Green Bay Packers with the number 5 seed.
Oh, my gosh.
I'm sorry. Now you can actually ask me, did I steal yours?
Yeah, did you steal mine? Because
No.
it seems like everything is the same.
No. All right. Number 3 seed, I have the Minnesota Vikings. And the number 4 seed, I have the Chicago Bears. 4th in division, 3rd in division. Sorry.
All right. Everything he said is what I have. And the Vikings, I see as a very, very less scary team without Sam Darnold.
Okay.
With J.J. McCarthy, he's been struggling, and I don't see him doing great, especially when he's playing Aiden Hutchinson 2 games a year, and Micah Parsons 2 games. Those are the 2 best pass rushers, maybe T.J. Watt's better.
Okay.
But those 2 in the same division against J.J. McCarthy and Caleb Williams, the Vikings and Bears, to me, aren't even in contention for a playoff spot.
All right. Moving on to the NFC South. First in the division, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers with the 3 seed. Second in the division, the Atlanta Falcons missing out on the playoffs. Number 3 seed, I have the Carolina Panthers. I know Miles might be looking at me kind of funny after hearing that. And the number 4 in the division, the New Orleans Saints. And then did I mention the Buccaneers are the 3 seed?
No.
Okay. Buccaneers are the 3rd seed in the NFC heading into the playoffs.
Well, in the NFC South, I have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, number 1 in the division, also the 3 seed, so the exact same.
Okay.
But number 2, I have the Carolina Panthers,
Ooh.
2nd in the division.
Okay.
And hear this, they make the playoffs as the 7th seed.
Wow.
Yeah. And then 3, Atlanta Falcons, 4, New Orleans Saints. But let's go back to the Panthers there. I think Tettertoa McMillan is going to be one of the top young receivers in the league coming off of this year, giving Bryce Young that real breakthrough season that we've been dying for. I think Jatavion Sanders, the tight end,
yes,
he's going to be great for them. You got guys like Rico Dowdle and Chuba Hubbard in the backfield, which I'm super excited for.
Not to mention you have Jonathan Brooks, who's hurt right now, but he's still he's very good.
He's ACL torn, man.
Not fair.
He's nothing to me at this point.
He can contend with Tank Dell as the most unluckiest man in the NFL.
Yeah, he's nothing compared to Chuba Hubbard and Rico Dowdle.
Yeah,
that's out there.
Okay,
and a better defense. I think this Panthers team could be very good.
All right, moving on to the final division, the NFC West. I have first in the division being the Los Angeles Rams with the aging Matt Stafford. I know, being the 4 seed. Second in the division, I have the San Francisco 49ers with the 7 seed. I have the 49ers just squeaking into the playoffs. Wow, what a 180 the 49ers have made in the last couple years. They went from being in the Super Bowl now to being the 7 seed.
Yeah.
Wow, that's very interesting. Third in the division, the Seattle Seahawks, despite adding Sam Darnold and a couple other pieces. And then the fourth in the division is the Arizona Cardinals. What do you got, Miles?
Well, in this NFC West, I had the San Francisco 49ers being number 4. Wow. And I just think Brock Purdy will get it done with this contract, and we may see a different side of this team, maybe a more scrappier side that CMC's really gotta produce and stay healthy. Mm-hmm. Maybe Sky Moore, who they got from the Chiefs, could step it up and have a little bit of a breakthrough. Mm-hmm. I am second guessing myself. I do have the Los Angeles Rams at 2. But if you get a healthy Matt Stafford with a healthy Devontae Adams and a healthy Puka Nacua and a healthy Kyron Williams, this team is really good. But I had to say healthy in front of all those names.
Yeah.
And that makes me think that maybe this team isn't going to be healthy. And they may have one of the stars I just mentioned out each game.
Hey, wait, did you just say that Cooper Kupp's on the Rams?
No, I didn't say Cooper Kupp.
Oh, I thought
Cooper Kupp's on the Seahawks.
Yes, but I thought you said Stafford. You said Nacua. Maybe I got that from something.
I said Devontae.
Oh, you said Devontae.
Yes,
that's the other guy. Okay,
yes.
Sorry.
So
continue.
Cooper Kupp actually could be, to me, he could be a comeback player of the year.
Ooh.
With DK Metcalf not being in the Seahawks, I think that maybe Cooper Kupp could be really good with Sam Darnold.
All right.
I actually have Cooper Kupp taking second place in comeback player of the year.
Ooh. All right. And then you got Cardinals in the 4th.
Cardinals in the 4th.
All right. Sounds good. Now, we're going to move on to our Super Bowl prediction or Super Bowl matchup. We didn't go very deep with the playoffs. Not really. My Super Bowl, I have the Bills, the 3 seed in the AFC, matching up with the Packers.
You definitely took my answers.
You got the Bills too? I thought you had the Ravens.
You 100% took my answers.
Okay, come on. I thought that you had the Ravens. I was gonna say the Ravens, but okay. I have the Bills.
The Buffalo Bills.
I have the Bills. Bills versus Packers, and total on Packers bias. Packers win the Super Bowl with Micah Parsons leading the way with Jordan Love and Matthew Golden at the helm. Miles, what do you got?
Well, this has been outrageous. I have said Bills and Packers before the Micah Parsons trade. I literally had a little star next to the Packers saying Packers only make Super Bowl if they trade for Micah Parsons. And they trade for Micah Parsons.
I think I updated mine to be Bills and Lions. But now that the Packers got Micah Parsons.
Yeah, Micah Parsons.
Okay, so I will give Miles credit here. He had it first.
I had it first.
He had it.
Just so we're clear on that, for the record, I had that, and I do have the Packers winning.
Okay, me too.
Bills come up short like they have in the history of their franchise. Just like that one time when they lost 4 Super Bowls straight.
Yeah, Chip Kelly. Sorry, Chip Kelly.
That would be terrible. Anyways, awards.
All right, my MVP is Lamar Jackson of the Baltimore Ravens. Was a strong contender last year, but lost it to Josh Allen. I think he not bounces back. He claims it this year. He comes out even better than last year and wins it.
I actually have Joe Burrow winning his first MVP.
Ooh.
Okay. I love Joe Burrow, And honestly, he was insane last year. Like, he dominated. But his team is so terrible that he has no Super Bowl ring to show for it.
All right. My offensive player of the year. I know you said the Bengals are a terrible roster or terrible team. Excuse me. Team's terrible. But I got Jamar Chase, Burrow's number one option, being the offensive player of the year. I believe Chase has won it before, right? I think Chase has won
Maybe.
offensive player of the year before. Maybe in his rookie year, I think he did it, or
Maybe.
his second year.
Second year.
Either way, Jamar Chase wins it. The offensive player of the year.
I have tight end Brock Bowers winning it.
Ooh.
But I also have, don't count out old man Travis Kelce.
Ooh,
He's
okay.
coming off of that marriage to Taylor Swift.
or
and-
engagement.
And the amount of love that he's going to get from the fans because now he's Taylor Swift's husband, he's going to have something crazy.
Sounds a little contradictory to what you said about the Chiefs winning the division.
Yeah, but Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift.
Fair. All right, I respect it. Not going to say any more. Defensive player of the year. Can we say it at the same time real quick?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. Micah
Matthew
Parsons.
Golden.
Wait, I said defensive player of the year.
Oh, I wasn't looking at
All
that.
right. All right. 3, 2, 1.
Micah Parsons.
Yeah,
Okay.
okay. We got that out of the way.
Okay.
Nothing to be said really.
Yes,
You said offensive rookie of the year. What was it again?
Matthew Golden.
Okay. What's the reasoning behind that?
Well, think about it here. The Packers led the team, or were one of the biggest drop teams. And they couldn't catch the ball from Jordan Love. And Jordan Love is going to need that consistency, and Matthew Golden's going to give it to him. He's
Alright.
wearing number 0.
Oh,
You
yeah.
cannot suck and wear number 0. It doesn't work like that.
Imagine if he wore number 00. Then he'd have so much amounts of pressure on him. I don't know if that's
No,
a thing
no,
you can do.
no, double 0 is terrible. That's
It
a
doesn't-
hideous number.
It doesn't look good, but that comes with a lot of pressure, man.
I guess.
I look at Carlos Rodriguez for the Brewers, and all the pressure that puts on him.
Well,
Anyway,
that completely went off topic, but it's like wearing number X. If you're like a
Oh, yeah.
scary linebacker
Oh, yeah.
wearing X, you're automatically the greatest linebacker ever.
fair point.
0, Matthew Golden. Oh my gosh, he already cooked Sauce Gardner in that preseason game.
Oh.
I am confident that Matthew Golden will put on a phenomenal show.
All right, and then my offensive rookie there is Ashton Genty. I think there's a little to be said there.
Yeah,
Nobody.
generational talent.
Yeah. Defensive rookie of the year, Abdul Carter.
Abdul Carter.
Yeah, a little to be said there. Comeback player of the year, I have Stephon Diggs with the New England Patriots. And it's more so because I think with Drake May, he's going to be Drake May's number one target, alongside some other guys that I really don't know, never really heard of in my life. But Stephon Diggs coming off an injury, he's looked good in camp and in the preseason. He's missed a little bit of time, but I think out of the gate, Stephon Diggs may not look like his former self, but kind of similar to how Cooper Kupp was last year. I think both Kupp and Stephon Diggs could be heavy favorites, but I have Stephon Diggs coming out on top with the comeback player of the year.
I have a younger guy, not an old guy coming back, just like Joe Flacco was. But I have Justin Fields winning it because obviously he got his team to the playoffs, and after being benched on the Steelers, I think Justin Fields is going to have a big year.
All right. I don't think I need to say anything else about that.
He's on my fantasy team.
Oh, yeah. That's right. He is. Finally, coach of the year. I have Zach Taylor for the Cincinnati Bengals. I think that with what I got here with the Bengals making the playoffs after missing it last year, I think Zach Taylor will be the coach of the year.
I obviously have to have Dave Canales of the Carolina Panthers because, I mean, if he can get the Panthers to the playoffs, he's in a great spot not to get fired. So,
He's also got a 6-year deal.
I mean, he could be good.
Yeah.
He
All right.
could be good.
All right. But I think that is all we got for our predictions. Anything else, Miles?
No, that sounds good to me.
We covered best and worst record, I believe,
Yeah,
as well.
yeah.
All right. With that all being said, thank you guys for tuning into this little mini-sode. We will see you very, very soon. We're going to talk about the week 1 in the NFL. I'll react to that maybe coming up very, very soon. So we'll see you then, everybody. I'm Andrew,
I'm Miles.
and we'll see you in the next episode. Bye.
Bye.